Good morning and hello, hello, hello. Well, I pulled the cards and I wanted to see what's coming up with Bannon. Now we know, that he got slammed with those lawsuits and monetary things, and he's been trying to overturn it. But let's see what we have. Going into it, of course, he wants to be the mighty magician. Just make it go away. I'm the big man. I can fly. I can do this. I can railroad it. I'm so smart. I can find a way out of it. So he's trying to, again, magically make it go away. Coming in here, we have the greedy one, tied to his stuff. And he got into this, why? Because of his greed. Because he's a hungry little bugger, And he'd do anything to make money. Doesn't matter. But now we have at the center of this, facing loss. He is singing the blues. Not happy. The challenge is money. And the challenge is the hard sword of truth. So let's pull the rest of the cards and see what we have. With his unhappy self in the center of it, we have, a lot of this came down because of his time with what? Advising the White House. He was all up on that, but it's not looking so good for him now. As far as being able to manipulate and his greed thing, we have this stuff is coming down rapidly. This is the rapid gate. Now, I doubt that he's going to be really happy when he goes through that gate, because rather than finding money, it's going to cost him money. When we come to the challenge here with opportunity and stuff, well, who do we have here? Ah, yes, the great star 45. So, it's costing him. When we have the link up between the White House, what's coming rapidly, we have what? The players involved, which he was one of them. All the good buddies there. When it comes to the White House in 45, there are still some hidden things out there ready to come to light. And our final card with the woe is me, well, I'm sorry, but your illusion and delusion, Mr. Anarchist, who wants to tear everything down, it's coming back to bite him in the behind now. So we have, going from this way, the magic, wanting to be the magician, wanting to control. That's what ego does. First thing out of the gate, I want to control. I want it ego. I want it my way. But rapidly, what's coming due to the players in charge they all come back to the illusion and delusion cycle that they engaged in with the White House. The hidden things, the things they tried to hide for 45. Now, at the beginning, they were making money, finding opportunities, thought they were the grand, manipulators of everything. But again, now it's coming back to bite them in the butt. Let's look and see what we have underneath. Ah, yes, the harsh light of truth is out there taking heads. His cup of abominations is overflowing. Why? Because of what he was selling. What he was trying to sell in the past. The joy of the Pandora's box. And so now this is what's moving forward. So, yeah, he got himself in a pickle. Okay. The anarchist has now found out that there are consequences to your actions. And so we'll have to see what happens. But yeah, he's not getting out of this. He's not going to magically make it go away. It's come back full force to bite him in the behind. You know, I have no sympathy for these abusers like this, the anarchists. And as long as we're on that, let's pull cards and see what's going on for, you know, the Jewish Nazi, who was right up there as well with Bannon advising 45. What's his name? Stephen Miller. What is coming up for Stephen Miller? Now, he's in hiding. We don't see him popping his head up, speaking too much now, do we? I think he's trying to stay undercover at the moment. Well, of course, we start out with what? Barking mad illusions. Barking at the moon out there. Howling and putting the things out there. What we have now is the defense thing. Everything is now burning. The actions that they did are burning, going up in smoke, up in flames. So it's not looking good for any of them. At the center of it, investigations. So maybe they are still looking into his actions, his culpabilities behind the scenes with the barking mad scenarios. The challenge is, yes, the arguments and the things that were happening. His part in this, what part he played in the January 6th and the other happenings. So he may be, they may be looking at him as well. And clarification, the arguments, he's trying to get away with it, okay? He's trying to justify it. He's looking over his shoulder at the moment. And he's hoping that they look in a different direction, but they will be looking at him as well. So what we have in the investigation, more light being shed. Okay, they're going forward. As far as the barking mad and everything going up in smoke now, we're facing loss. So it's not looking good for him either. The challenge of the arguments and the clarification of the steal, trying to get away with things, the theft, looking at the arguments, we have, taking heads again. Heads are going to roll with this one. Okay, so we're going to look at the loss and the light being shined on it. Ooh, okay. This is our card for our laws, our rules, our regulations, and something being birthed, also the American public. When it comes to shedding light and heads rolling, okay, not looking good. This could be an end point for him, for perhaps some of his career, etc. Let's look at our last one. As far as the investigations and things, yeah, they want to get to all those involved. All of those that were behind the scenes, masterminding all of this stuff, okay? Underneath of it all, let's see what we have. We have looking for those opportunities, the things that were coming in. They were going to be talking about what took place at that time. Okay, who was the head of this? Who was the driving force behind it? Who was the instigator? Okay, they're looking at what was blocked, who was blocking what, who was, the mental realm being blocked, who was blocking, and also looking at this going forward. They're wanting to get to the truth of this. So they are in the process of moving forward and looking at what was offered where. The Dark Knight, tying this up. And so now we have the nightmare scenario going on for Stephen Miller. Couldn't happen to a more reprehensible guy, and his abuses that he was doing when he was advising 45 in the White House. Okay, now he's trying again, looks like he's trying to stay undercover, low-key, but you know, they're diving into these investigations, and I'm sure that his name has come up. So we'll have to see how this plays out in the end. But according to the tarot, it's not looking good for Stephen Miller. What a surprise, huh? The Jewish Nazi. That is just the weirdest thing. Every time I would look at him, I would see a past life imposed upon him in the Nazi uniform and everything with the scar on his face. We're going to make you Jewish this time so you can, you know, you can see how it is for the other half, but he's just not giving up that identity. Just not. Well, what we have here, I just pulled a few cards from Lenormand. We have the little rats eating away at whatever good fortune there was. Okay. We have the lady. Now, this has always been my prosecutor and the judges and things now that are going on, and looking at possible jail, long term. Okay, jail. Looking at their his involvement in things as well. Now, this is a name that hasn't come up. Stephen Miller. Why is his name not coming up at all anywhere? That's my question. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here. But good luck, Bannon and Miller. Both of them are basic anarchists, haters of democracy, and thinking they were so brilliant. And I think that Stephen Miller feels, if I just don't say anything, if I just kind of try to stay low-key, maybe they won't notice me. Maybe I can escape this all. But it doesn't look like there's going to be any escape for him. No. As far as escape, no new things are going to come out about Stephen Miller. Contracts he had, the marriages he made with 45 and the rest of the ones, maybe they have some documentary information. I wonder, it could be phone things, it could be a document of some sort, but they've got something that they can hammer him with. Ooh, 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 ooh. Good luck with that. So on that note, I'm going to leave this here, and we'll see you online.